Hi, I'm Margaret and welcome to Garden School. As you can see, we're in the middle of the Christmas season and we're thinking about gifts to give people, especially people that might like gardening or want to enhance things in their gardening. I have a lot of friends and family that love gardening, and one thing we made this year to give is a native bee nesting house. I had my sister embellish it with wood burning. Went inside are cardboard tubes. These are available at a nursery or online. And this is where the native bees will lay their eggs and the larvae will develop. We all love honeybees for obvious reasons, but the native bees, and there are many, many of them, they are excellent pollinators. So if you're thinking about wanting to have more fruit or more flowers, or just maybe a little more activity in your garden, think about enhancing an environment and a habitat for native bees. So what do you do with the native bee house? Well, put it in a place outside where the tubes will stay dry and they're not going to get soaking wet. In the early spring, the native bees will be looking for a place to lay their eggs, and you'll see some activity around the house. The female goes in, she lays an egg, and she'll seal it with mud, and then she'll make another cell. And maybe even 6 little larvae will be developing in that one tube. So you just let it stay there, and the larvae are developing during the summer. As the weather turns bad in the fall, you might want to bring it in to a shed or a garage, and you can take the tubes out and do that, or bring the whole thing in, so it's protected. And then being protected over the winter, bring the house back out or the tubes back out in the early spring, and the larvae that have developed will emerge and they will pollinate your fruit trees or whatever is blooming at that time, and then they'll return and lay eggs in little cavities. And you might even see them in some odd places, like little spots on the siding of your house or something like that. You can find lots of information about native bees on the internet, and you can find out about how to have good hygiene for your hive and some different options to do with your larvae to make sure that they're healthy, because there will be some pests. If you notice that woodpeckers or other crafty birds start stealing the tubes to get the larvae, you can just put a little screen over it and just leave enough space so that the bees can access. Well, anyway, that is a fun thing to do to enhance some wildlife in your garden, to improve the ambiance of your garden, and to have a lot of fun. So have fun this Christmas, and I hope you get a bee house. Merry Christmas. There's always more to learn in the garden.